This story dates back to 1932 when newspaper reporter J.Bernard and photographer Brandt were sent to do a feature story on Hamburg shipyard in Germany. After completing their assignment, just as they were about to leave the premises, they heard a sound of aircraft engines. And when they turned back to look what was happening, it completely shocked them. They saw a sky full of fighter airplanes. The anti-aircraft batteries opened fire and bombs started going off. All of a sudden, this place had become a war zone. Things were exploding, buildings were collapsing, there was death and chaos everywhere. Before rushing out to save their lives, Bernard even asked a security guard if there was something they could do to help. But instead, the security guard asked them to leave the area immediately. As the two drove into Hamburg, things changed. The sky cleared up, everything was back to being normal. Buildings were fine, no one seemed to panic. It was as if nothing had happened. When Bernard and Brandt looked behind towards the shipyard, they couldn't spot anything wrong with it. No damage, no smoke come from the building. This was a completely shocking moment for them. The next day, when they tried to explain the story to their colleagues, none of them believed them. Even the pictures that Brandt had been taken during the attack show everything to be normal. The shipyard looked as good as new. Their colleagues dismissed their claims by deciding that they must have stopped on their way for a drink and it was the alcohol making them see these things. Bernard later moved to London just before the Second World War began. In 1943, what he read in a newspaper one morning almost made his heart stop. It was a story about a successful raid by Royal Air Force Squadron on the Hamburg shipyard. This was an exact representation of what he and Brandt witnessed 11 years ago.